Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Monday evening live session. And we are going to go deeper today into projects and the roadblocks of the projects. What basically, are the main hindrance of the projects. Okay, so before we begin, let's start with our ritual. That is, let's welcome the new members in the community. Okay, so who are the new members? Who recently joined yesterday or within these couple of days, just type me in the chat box. If you're attending this session first time live, just type me in the chat box. Okay. Yellow belt ko chhod ke. Anybody? Just type me in the chat box. Super. Satish says not audible. But I must be audible, then only people are responding to me. Satish ji, just check your connectivity. Itna headphone ka connectivity, internet connectivity. Okay, superb, guys. So Momita, Joel, and Pratima, Suresh, lot of new people. Everybody, please type welcome new members in the chat box. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Team, can you just check what happened to the other team members? Just help them out to joining in. Welcome new members in the community. Everybody, please type welcome new members in the community. There are a lot of people yet to join in. Today being 31st of March, it's a lot of people must be working hard to hit their target. Okay, so no worries, no worries. So anyways, we are recording this. So even if anybody is missing the session here, we are going to give the recording of that. Okay, super. Welcome all. Anybody would like to share any bang of the month or anything, a new achievement, a new job you got, increment or a project success? You can share that so that other people also will get motivated because of this, right? If koi hai to just raise your hand and we'll all. So these are our rituals basically. First we welcome the new members, and then if anybody wants to share anything new, all right. So then after that we share the session goes almost for 1 hour, and then we open the question and answer forum. Okay, this is the the regular what you can say rituals. Okay, so let me share my screen. Today we are going to discuss about the roadblocks. Okay, what are the roadblocks in Lean Six Sigma projects? All right. So this presentation also I'm going to share with you. If you want to take specific notes, please do that. We have in our LMS system. By the way, all the new members, you got your login ID password. Just give me yes or no in the chat box. Everybody got your login ID password? Yes. Fantastic, fantastic. Anybody who has not received it, okay, you can connect with our team, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No issues. No issues. You can check it later. You would have received the email in which you would have received that, how to log in, etc. Now, the recording of the session will be available in masterclass archive. Just make a note of this. I've just typed that for your reference. Okay. And just save this number, guys. This is the WhatsApp number of the mentors. Okay. The same number from where you have received all your, what you can say, details of login, etc. Okay. So recorded sessions are available in masterclass archive, and the WhatsApp number is this. All right. Super. Chalo, let's begin our session today, which is roadblock of Lean Six Sigma project. Now, see, Lean Six Sigma is basically a project-driven methodology. It's a project. We take up a problem of the company, of the process, and we convert that into a project. Okay. Now, generally, the duration of the project, if I may have to write, generally, yellow belt is a small project. Maybe you can complete within 1 month. Make a note of this, please, just for your reference. Okay. A green belt is a medium complex projects, we can say, and you can complete them within 3 months. And black belt projects are the most complex projects, which requires a little bit of more time, which will be taking 4 to 6 months. So I always, explain this with a tree diagram. Okay, let's say this is a tree, and there are few low-hanging fruits. So these low-hanging fruits are nothing but my yellow belt projects. There are few fruits which are in the middle of the tree. Those are nothing but our green belt projects, which are medium complex problems. And the most complex, the toughest fruits to plug are on the top of the tree, and those are our black belt projects. Are you clear? So when I say a project, that means a problem in our hand. Problem can be attrition, can be downtime of the machine, can be the software development time, customer complaint, whichever way we are looking at. So simple problems are low-hanging fruits, medium problems are green belt, and the complex problems are black belt. Are you clear with this? Just give me yes in the chat box. Just take a screenshot, just make a note of this. Clear? Just type yes in the chat box, everybody. Second. I got to fix my. Oh, okay. Superb. Clear enough? Very good, very good. So, see, majority of us will be doing green belt projects, and some of them will be black. Of course, yellow belts bhi kar sakte, lekin majority of the green belt projects we are going to do in our entire career. I have also done the maximum projects are green belt projects. Okay, chalo. So now, what are the roadblocks? So in this project, okay, what basically are the roadblocks we face? The first and the biggest roadblock we face is this lack of management support. Lean Six Sigma is a top-down approach, a top-driven methodology. Make a note of this. Lean Six Sigma is a top-driven methodology. What does it mean? Top-driven. There are few methodologies which are bottom-driven. Let me give you examples of this. So, LSS meaning Lean Six Sigma, the top-driven. Top-driven meaning driven by the top management. Why? Because generally with the help of Lean Six Sigma, we deal with complex problems of the organization. Now, when it comes to the complex problems, the solutions also are complex in nature. And to implement a solution, we have to have the top management support. When I say top management, it includes managing director, the CEO, the CFO, etc. All the C team. Okay. Right? So all the management support is required to take right decision at the right time, because some of the solutions might require some capital expenditure, capital investment. And that's where management support is required. There are some methodologies which are bottom driven. For example, let's say Kaizen or quality circles. These are some of the methodologies which are done by the grassroots level people. Let's say there is a, in a factory, there is a problem of the quality. So the operators come together, discuss about it, solve the problem. It is called a bottom driven. So the bottommost part of the, cadre basically drives these initiatives. Those are called bottom driven projects. But Lean Six Sigma projects are complex projects, and that's why we require the management support. If management support is not there, then we, it is a sure shot recipe. That's why it is number one roadblock, which is the lack of management support. Why management would not support? They may not be aware of the potential of this. Okay, they may not be aware of the potential of this. That could be one of the reasons. They may not be aware their roles and responsibilities. They may not be aware of the entire procedure of Lean Six Sigma. Lot of, what you can say, reasons could be there. I will give you the remedies as well, okay? I will not only show you the roadblocks, I will give you the remedies how to debottleneck those roadblocks as well, okay? So the first is the management support. If management support is not there, driving the project in that scenario will be very difficult. Are you clear with this? Very important. So even in consulting assignments, whenever the management is not clear or they are not supportive or they are not pro Lean Six Sigma, etc., we generally don't take those kinds of assignment because it is very difficult to drive those kinds of things. Okay. So the first one is lack of management support. Are you clear with this? Just type yes in the chat box. Are you clear with this point? This is the most important point. Okay. So if management is not supporting, it's like, banging your head on the rock. Okay. You can't do anything about it. Right? Super. Now, the next one is after management support, the second one is some of the management people have unrealistic expectation. Okay. Setting overly ambitious goal or timelines without considering organization's capacity, complexity can lead to frustration, burnout, and project failure. That is another roadblock. Unrealistic expectation. Zero customer complaint. Now you have got bhar ke customer complaints. Every month you have, 15, 20, 30, 50 customer complaints, and you want within 3 months, 0 customer complaint. It is not realistic. That's why setting up goals also is a very crucial part, which we teach in the define phase and the recognize phase, identification phase. Very, very important. Unrealistic expectation. Okay. So generally, how do you set the target basically? Realistic expectation meaning what you want to achieve. Okay. The best way is, see, there is something called baseline. Make a note of this. There is something called baseline. Okay. What is baseline? The average of, let's say, average of last 12 months. I'm just giving you a very raw example. Let's say customer complaints. You want to reduce number of customer complaints. Now, number of customer complaints, you take every month's customer complaints, take the average. Okay, that becomes the baseline performance. Okay. Now, there is something called entitlement. What is that? Entitlement meaning your own best performance in last 12 months. In the same time period of 12 months, what was your best performance? Your own best performance. That is called entitlement. And then you have the industry benchmark. Understand this. So whichever is the industry benchmark. For example, let's say average you are getting 20 customer complaints every month. The entitlement is 10 and industry benchmark is kind of 1 or 2 customer complaints. I'm just giving you a raw example. Now from 20, you do not directly jump to 1 or 2. You can take target of 10 to begin with. When you are implementing Lean Six Sigma first time, set your expectation, at your first, whatever you have already achieved. Okay. Then from 20, you just reduce it to 10. That will be great. Rather than going into the benchmark, industry benchmark or the global benchmark. A lot of people are over ambitious about it. See, even if, say, understand this. Let's say if you set up, now this is a $1 million question to you. Let's say your baseline is 20 customer complaints on an average every month you are getting. Industry benchmark is 1 customer complaint. Okay. And your management says, no, I want 0 customer complaint or maximum 1 customer complaint. And you start the project. You reduce the customer complaint from 20 to, let's say, 8 customer complaint. Is it a failure? Type in the chat box. Is it a failure of the project? Type in the chat box. From 20, you have reduced to 8 now. Is it a failure? Type in the chat box. No, but when you are, but there is a gap between your set target and your current performance, right? That is the point I'm driving. It is demotivating to the people as well. After even a lot of hard work, etc. That's what I said. Frustration, burnout, and so-called project failure. It is not actually project failure. It is unrealistic expectation. Are you clear? This point is clear to you. Just type yes in the chat box. So the best suggestion is go for entitlement. Set your target at the entitlement and go ahead. Clear with this? Just type yes in the chat box. See, these are all very small aspects which decide your project success or failure. Okay, this is very important point. Very good, superb. Then the next point is inadequate training. Okay. Now, training plays a very crucial role in Lean Six Sigma. Why? Because this topic is a little complex topic. Lean Six Sigma is a complex topic. So we require the fundamentals to be clear. See, without training, you cannot drive the project. Your team member cannot drive the project because they know nothing about Lean Six Sigma, right? So training plays a very crucial role in imparting the knowledge, okay, transferring that wisdom, correct? Now, so this requires some time, some effort, some investment, but that is worth spending because that clarifies your doubt. Okay, generally what we do during our training programs, the corporate training programs, what we do is, let's say if I teach project charter, I ask them to create your own project charter in the training room itself. Understand this? So what happens is once you understand the concept, then you do it yourself. And then we ask them to present in front of the team as well. So what is happening in this? One, you are understanding the concept, then you're applying the concept, and third, you are explaining the concept. That is even, cementing your understanding. So training plays a very crucial role. Plus, the statistics is involved. How many of you, by the way, don't love statistics? Just type me in the chat box. Don't love statistics. Just type me in the chat box. Anybody in the room? I myself was not very, fan of statistics, by the way. But as I went deeper and because of my great mentors, I started understanding statistics. Whatever I learned in my academics, I just forgot everything. But now I have started because now it is my profession. So I have to understand this. Okay. Not a choice. Good. See, why it is not a choice? Because then when I actually went to the roots of it, I realized one thing. It was not taught the way it should have been taught to us. We were not actually connected with the practical application of it. And that is the biggest reason of it. And, it is a style of teaching. It is, the disconnection between the concept and the, real life application. That is what all the missing links. And that is what we started working on. We made it very interesting. We made it, practical oriented and, real life examples. So we are connecting. Okay. That's where people also started. Ultimately, training plays a very crucial role. Another very important aspect, what happens, subtle, in a subtle level, what happens when you give the training to the people in the beginning of the project, the team members, the audience start to accept you as their mentor. And that happens at a subconscious level. And that, gives you that edge during the project hand-holding, during this entire 3 months period or 6 months period, whatever project you're driving. So the team members look at you as a mentor, as a coach, correct? And that subtle thing happens during the training. So training gives information, gives wisdom, gives clarity about the tools. Plus, it establishes you as a leader of the project, as a trainer, as a coach, as a mentor. Okay, these are the two important objectives we get in the training. Okay. After that, failure to select appropriate project. The next roadblock is failure to select appropriate project. Now, by the way, in the Lean Six Sigma, if you know, there are 5 levels of Lean Six Sigma, 5 various levels, which is white belt, yellow belt, correct? Green belt, black belt, and master black belt. Out of which, who is responsible for identifying the projects is master black belt. Understand this. Remember this. Master black belt, along with the top management people, basically identify the projects for the organization. And there is a procedure. That's what we teach in the master black belt. I'm going to speak about it after our session is over today. Okay. Because a lot of queries are coming about the offer which is going on today, which is going to be closing in a couple of hours from now. So a lot of people are curious about, what will be covered in Master Black Belt and a lot of things, which I'll cover. So one of the very important, what you can say, responsibility is to identify the projects. Okay. So appropriate projects meaning the feasibility, the potential impact, and the feasibility of the projects. Very, very important. The projects which are too large or too complex or too far outside of the scope of the company, these projects have to be avoided. Too large project, too complex project, too far outside of the scope of the company, those kind of projects basically should be, that's what they are called as inappropriate. That's why appropriate project selection is very, very important. And there is a scientific method how to basically identify the projects, the areas, validate them with the data, and then finalize them. So this is the what we teach in the Master Black Belt level, as well as product selection. No, it is a joint responsibility basically. Okay, so top management is playing a role of the domain experts because they know something more about the market, about the company strategies, objective, etc. And you as a Lean Six Sigma expert, you know what needs to be done in Lean Six Sigma projects, what not to be done in Lean Six Sigma project. So that is a joint venture of Master Black Belt and top management. Okay, so it is not like management decides it. If they are aware of it, if management people are already well versed with Lean Six Sigma, there is a long standing culture in the company, then it's a different issue that management knows which project to be selected, which project not to be selected. Okay. So appropriate project selection is one of the very important factor, and failure to that can lead to the big roadblock in the project. Okay. Are you with me till now? Just give me yes in the chat box. Everybody, are you getting these points which I'm just referring? Anybody who is behind? A lot of people have just joined in. So we are talking about the roadblocks in the Lean Six Sigma project, because Lean Six Sigma is a project-driven methodology. And we are discussing today what general roadblocks we see, that is according to our experience. And then I'm going to show you some remedies on them as well. Okay. First, let me cover all the roadblocks, and then we'll come about discuss about the remedies of it. Now, apart from that, over reliance on the tools. Okay. Now, I should not say this, but there is one very, very, very renowned organization in Lean Six Sigma training. I will not quote the name, but their name, according to their name, they go very deep into the statistical part of it. Okay. So very, very deep into statistical part. And sometimes what happens is, see, statistics is an ocean. It depends on your interest, your passion. If you want to swim very deep, you can do that. Okay. Just like, for example, last Saturday, meaning the day before yesterday. Okay. We had a topic, we covered a topic, which is a little advanced topic of hypothesis testing and the p-value. How many of you were there in that topic? Just type me in the chat box. How many of you were there? कितने लोग थे उसमें? Just type me quickly. Let me see how many of you were there. कितने लोग regularly attend करते हैं live session? Okay, wow, a lot of people were there, huh? Superb. So in that, okay. So in that we covered what is hypothesis testing. Okay, the basic fundamentals. Then we covered with the mini tab. Then you know what we did? The people who are not there. Okay, there is something called a p-value. So then we basically explained what are the formulae to calculate the t critical value. From the t critical value, you get to do the degree of freedom. From degree of freedom, you calculate the probability value, etc. So a lot of complex calculation also we actually calculate. Now, in that, still I control a lot of things. I can share a lot of detailed into that, but a lot of people get confused. Okay. So what happens is, sometimes I have seen people go overboarded on the tools. They go very deep and they forget the main objective of solving the problem. See, ultimately in Lean Six Sigma, we don't want to become a statistician. We want to become a problem solver. Understand this? Statistics is a part of it. Yes. But now for that part, We have softwares available. So we don't have to, spend a lot of our time and resources over there because, I like that. I like to calculate manually, etc. Okay. So over reliance on the tool is very, very important. So over reliance of the tool should be avoided. And we have to curtail as much as possible, whichever is required to see all the, in Lean Six Sigma, there are 120 to 150 tools available. Like for example, Pareto chart, which is 80-20, is one of the tool. Scamper is one of the tool. Fishbone is one of the tool. Root cause analysis is one of the tool. FMEA is one of the. Similarly, 150 tools are there, right? So, do we have to what you can say implement all the tools in every project? Absolutely not. There are some fundamentals, 10, 15 tools are there or 12 tools are there, which are required, which are very standard tools, which we can use. All right. So over reliance on the tools can be avoided. Okay. Then this is very, very important, called lack of stakeholder engagement. Now, what is stakeholder? That is the most important question here. In the project, stakeholder meaning any department, okay, any team or any function, any process, any person who is impacting or getting impacted because of the problem, that is called a stakeholder. Okay. Any function, any department, any person who is impacting or getting impacted because of this. Now, this includes customers, employees, partners, can be customer, can be supplier, can be management, can be sales team, can be marketing team, can be quality team, can be production team. It depends on which project you are basically dealing with. So stakeholder meaning the people who are related, who are impacting and getting impacted because of the problem. Those are called stakeholder. Now, if the stakeholders are not engaged, so what we do, see, this is a team activity. Lean Six Sigma is a team activity, and you should never do the project alone. Remember this. Okay, never, ever do the project alone. Whatever we follow, just follow this with a T. Okay. See, there are two types of consultants. Understand this. There are two types of consultants. You go there and solve their problem and come back. You will be paid very handsomely. But we avoid that kind of consulting. What we do is we empower the team. We give knowledge to the team so that they will solve the problem and you oversee that. That is our approach. And that is what we teach. And that is a proven approach. Okay. Now, what happens is, because it's a team activity, you require a lot of people to collect the data, to brainstorm about the causes, about the solution, about the implementation. So team activities are very much required there. Okay, you cannot single-handedly handle everything. It will be overburdened to you. Okay. Does client and is the point of contact to us work on? Yes, exactly. Yes, why not? You can involve your client, you can involve your customer as well. Absolutely, yes. There are so many projects which are client driven. Okay, you have to involve the client as well. I'm just coaching one of the very big copper company which makes copper wires, etc. Okay, now what happens is, once the copper wires are made, those copper wires are used in the client's machinery after that. Okay, now if the wire is breaking during the processing at the customer end, it is very, very devastating for the client. So what they have done is, the corporate company, this company with a client company and a customer, they have made a joint venture. Okay, and they are driving the Lean Six Sigma project. So those kinds of things also you can do. Okay, so lack of their stakeholder engagement is very, very important roadblock which needs to be addressed. Okay, now this can be because of they have some they are not clear about the project, or they are very pessimistic in their approach. All right, or they would have some genuine concerns which needs to be addressed. That's the reason they are not basically supporting the project. So stakeholder engagement is very, very important. Okay, around stakeholder in the green belt level, we have a very powerful tool called stakeholder analysis. Make a note of this. Very, very important. Stakeholder analysis. The stakeholder analysis is basically a tool which checks this engagement level of the stakeholders, whether they are fully engaged, partially engaged, or not engaged at all, or they are opposing the project. What exactly is their engagement level is checked by the stakeholder analysis. Very, very powerful tool. This is in the green belt define phase. Okay, all the new members, please check out this tool. It will give you a lot of detailed information about stakeholder analysis. Clear, everybody? So our ultimate objective is to engage them in the project. Yahan tak everybody's clear? Just give me yes quickly. Any question, please let me know. Super. Now, the next roadblock is unwillingness to change. And this is a very common roadblock. Okay, resistance to change. See, change is the only permanent phenomena. I repeat again. Change is the only permanent phenomena. Everything changes around. Yes or no? Everything, literally everything. Nothing is constant. Right? So, but we still resist the change. Now, why would people resist the change? Type in the chat box. Why would people resist the change? Type in the chat box. According to you, just give me one or two reasons. According to you, what is the biggest reason of resisting the change? Habituated, very good. Risk. They are comfortable, very good. Comfort zone, very important point. Doubt. Yes, they have doubt whether can I be comfortable in the other way? Comfort level, client requirement, fear of failure. That is also a very important point. More comfortable in existing. Yes, exactly. You know what? If you deep dive into the neural science around it, see, our brain is basically made up of neurons. Okay, neurons is nothing but a cells. Okay, and those cells are basically connected like this. Okay, these are neurons. And what happens is these neurons, whenever we do certain activity again and again and again, these neurons fire such kind of a loop. Okay, I'm just giving you a very basic information. So it's like the neurons with they if you are doing the same activity, let's say for example, I'm doing yellow belt training program or Lean Six Sigma training program every day, so there are neurons in my brain which are wired together. So the neurons who fire together get wired together like this. Okay, and then what happens is you become subconsciously, unaware also. Whenever you are unaware, even if, let's say, when I'm in a deep sleep, let's say for example 2 o'clock midnight, if you wake me up, I can give you entire yellow belt presentation of 4-5 hours without any preparation. Yes or no? Because I have become so comfortable, my neurons are so firmed up now. Okay, so this kind of thing, that forms a habit. Okay, that forms a habit. So all the signals will fire from this network, and because we are doing again and again and again and again, okay, there is a sheath which is a cover which is called myelin. Myelin, myline. Okay, that myelin will get formed just like a when we have the electricity wire and there is a rubber conductor, rubber sheath, or what do you say, insulation, right? The myelin is a cover or an insulation, so it basically protects those networks. Okay, now what happens here is whenever so if you want to break that thing, it is very difficult when it comes to now let's say for example, if I am asked to train you on something else, not Lean Six, something else, so initially I'll be uncomfortable, right? Because I'm not aware of this subject, right? Are you deciding? So this is very, very important for us to understand the logic behind it. Now, what we suggest, this is very important, okay? What we suggest for us also in our day-to-day life, okay? Comfort zone is very, very dangerous. Wherever we are uncomfortable, remember this statement for, this is a very important statement. Whenever we are uncomfortable, that means new neural networks are being formed. and we are learning something new and we are growing. So uncomfort equals growth. Write this down. Everybody type this in the chat box. Uncomfort equals growth. Type this. Type this in the chat box as well. And write it in your notepad. Uncomfort equals growth. Are you understanding this? Type in the chat box. Everybody. Uncomfort equals growth. Now we need to ask the question during the day, during the week, during the month, how many times I became uncomfortable? If the answer is no time or zero time, that means we have not grown. We have not grown. Understand this? That's the reason as a leader, now try to understand this. As a leader, you have to describe the behavior of changes. Always make certain changes in your behavior. For example, let me give you an example of this. Let's say even how to increase your flexibility. For example, let's say you brush your teeth with your with your normal routine regular hand. Let's say right hand is your, so try to brush your teeth with left hand. See how difficult it is. Are you understanding this? Okay. But when you do that, your brain is learning something new. Are you understanding? Or making, during the training also, we do this exercise. We always keep on shifting the sitting arrangement of the people. We do not let them to become comfortable in one position. These are small things, but what subliminal signal we are giving to the brain is we need to change. We cannot remain constant. We cannot remain cemented. Understand this? Okay. So unwillingness to change is nothing but to break their comfort zone and take them out. And you as a leader has to lead this entire exercise by small things. Okay. Then only the team members also will go out there and showcase the same behavior to the other people who are not the part of the project. Are you clear? So unwillingness to change is a very important factor which can be a roadblock to the project. Everybody with me? Just give me yes in the chat box. Till now with me? Super. Next is insufficient data. As you know that Lean Six Sigma is a data-driven approach. What if the data is not available? Shall we drive the project where the data is not available? The answer is absolutely no. We should not go ahead where the data is not available because then it is very difficult. Okay, so we can compromise the quality of the project. We can compromise on the statistical powerful tools which we have. Okay, we can compromise on them. Okay, so data is very important. Let's say if you have insufficient data or no data, so during the project or when that project is decided, you start collecting relevant data there and there itself. Very important. Don't wait for another 1 month or another 2 months. Immediately put a data collection mechanism and start collecting data. And by the project reaches to, analyze, improve phase, you would have some 2 to 3 months data. And from that data, you can start analyzing. Understand this? So that's how. So first is don't take up any project where the data is not there or insufficient. Or if you have to take, then start collecting the data right now, there and there itself. Very important. Okay. But insufficient data is a roadblock for our project. Okay. Without that, it will be a big compromise. We will not be in a position to use. We cannot do hypothesis testing. We cannot do Pareto analysis. We cannot do, the control charts. We cannot do regression analysis. Okay. Design of experimentation. A lot of things we cannot do if we don't have the data. Okay. So data is very important and crucial element of the project. Okay. Now, failure to sustain the improvements. We have seen brilliant projects who have gone up, but because they could not sustain, then, they again, after some time, crash back. So there is one phase dedicated for this. Can you tell me which phase is dedicated for this failure? Type in the chat box, everybody. In this DMAC framework of define, measure, analyze, improve, and control, which phase is dedicated for this? Type in the chat box. Which phase? Is it define phase? Is it measure phase? Is it analyze phase? Type in the chat box. Okay. Sustain, control, improve, measure, improve, analyze. अभी define ही बाकी हो गया, बाकी सब कुछ डाल दिया आपने. Control. Very good. So the answer to that is control phase. Make a note of this. Everybody. Everybody type control in the chat box. Everybody type control. Control phase. See, let me clarify this. Okay, let me clarify this. A lot of people have got some basic understanding challenge. So DMAIC. Okay, what is this? D for define. In this, we define the problem. Very simple. In one line, I'm explaining. In measure phase, we collect the data about the problem. And with the help of statistics, we check the trends and the patterns of the data in the measure phase. Okay. In the analyze phase, we go deeper into the causes of the problem and the root causes of the problem in the analyze phase. In the improve phase, we find out the solutions on the root causes. Okay. And implement them. And once we implement them, we start getting some results. Implement होने के बाद आते हैं, right? Improve phase में implement. And that is a time. So it is like this. If I draw the graph, okay, it is like this, then it improves. And this is the time where we need to sustain this. Okay, this is called the control phase. Okay. So this is the control phase, which basically makes sure that it sustains over the longer period of time. All right. So if the control phase, lot of people, leave the project here at this point in time, they leave the project and have seen brilliant projects. They have gone down. There is no measurement. There is no monitoring. There is no control mechanism in place. Okay. Nobody is responsible, accountable for data collection. Management is also not asking the question about it. Okay. So all these things are basically taken care in the control phase. So failure to sustain improvements is one of the very important roadblock. Okay. Delay due to unforeseen reason, like, corona ho gaya, some war on, some natural calamity. These are some unforeseen force major, you can say force major causes also can delay the project. Okay. So let's see how do we overcome these roadblocks. Okay. Let me give you some remedies as well. These are some important remedies which we have to remember whenever we are doing the Lean Six Sigma project as an employee of the company, as either internal or as a consultant, as an external consultant. Also, you can implement these remedies. Okay. Now, the first and the foremost is buy-in from the top management. Number one. You remember when my slide number one was lack of top management support. That was the first roadblock. And in the remedy also, this is the first remedy because this is the most important remedy. 80% काम इसमें से हो जाएगा. If you have the top management with you, are you understanding? 80% काम आपका इसमें से हो जाएगा. ठीक है? So, buy-in from the top management is the most important remedy number one. Now, how do you take the buy-in? There is something called leadership training program. Okay, we call it a champions training program. You can see here. Okay, first we need to coach the top management regarding this. So in our consulting program, we have one complete day dedicated for the leadership program in the beginning of the project program itself. So in that one day, we give them the brief idea about Lean Six Sigma. Okay, we discuss about identified problem areas or the projects, we can say. Then we finalize the project, we finalize the team member, etc. All these things happens during the, and in this training program, we basically communicate what is expectation from the top management. What is their roles and responsibility? Because in this entire 5-phase approach, every phase, it is expected that top management will review the progress of the project. Okay. So we teach them what kind of questions you can ask to these team members, to these project members. Okay. So everything is covered over there. And we encourage leader to actively participate in this entire activity. Okay. And we call them as champions. We call them a champ. Let's say HODs are there. So let's say there is a project which is happening. So that particular department's, let's say there is a sales project which is happening. So a sales leader, okay, the head of sales will become the champion of the project. So that person's role is to oversee the project, give the resources, give the support, ask the right question at the right time. Okay, that's how the champion's role is very, very important, which is the top management role. Clear? So buy-in of the top management is the most important remedy. Then the second remedy is, this is also a very crucial thing. Lot of time when Lean Six Sigma, see, Lean Six Sigma, unless and until you are a master black belt, okay, generally yellow belts, green belts and black belts, all these roles are part-time Lean Six Sigma roles. Write this down, very important. Only master black belt is a role which can be a full-time. When I say full-time, meaning what? You are full-time on this role to serve the project, identify the project, give the training, coaching, hand-holding, and to drive the entire program. That is the role of master black belt. But what about yellow belt, green belt, and black belt? These people are responsible for their own responsibility. Like, for example, there is one person who is a green belt certified, okay, or maybe black belt certified, and he is a quality manager. So his role in the organization is to check the quality of the product or service. Along with that, he has to do the project. Some additional 5 to 10% of the time he has to dedicate in the project. Okay. Now, in this scenario, majority of us, okay, will be in the part-time role in the Lean Six Sigma projects. So what happens is, if that is not there in our KRA, what is KRA, by the way? Type in the chat box. Who knows what is KRA? What is KRA, by the way? Type in the chat box. It's a metric, right? Very good. What metric? Core activity. Fantastic. Very good. It's a key result area. It is key result area where management is expecting results from you. Where management is expecting result. Simple. Are you understanding this? I give the example of MS Dhoni. Okay. Now, what are the KRAs of MS Dhoni? Wicket keeping, batting, and captaincy. Now, of course, he's no more a captain of Chennai Super King, but these are the key areas: wicket keeping, batting, and captaincy, where management is expecting results. And now he's into internal mentorship as well. He's mentoring a lot of youngsters in his team, right? So, if you put KRA, if you put Lean Six Sigma project in the KRA, because see, we give the KRA to the people and we evaluate against that KRA what is their performance. Okay, along with KRA, there is a KPI, key performance indicator, correct? Right? Like, for example, let's say batting. So batting average is your key performance indicator. Similarly, along with KRA, there are KPIs. But unless until it is not kept in the KRAs, people will not take this as a priority. And we have seen huge difference. If it is not in the KRA, and give the weightage, by the way, just don't put it with a low weightage KRA. Let's say there are 5 to 10 KRAs, 5 to 7 KRAs, out of which there is one KRA of Lean Six Sigma project, and the weightage is maybe 5% or maybe 2% or 1%. I've seen that happening. Sir, मैंने डाला है KRA में, yes. What is the weightage? 2%. It will not work. You have to give some heavy weightage to that as well, just to make sure that it will be considered as a priority to the employees. Clear, guys? This is a very important factor. How many of you are from HR here? Type in the chat box. HR में कोई है यहाँ पे? This is a very important insight I'm sharing with you. If you want to drive Lean Six Sigma projects successfully, this one factor will turn the table around. Just put it in the KRA with some good weightage, and people will run behind the projects and they will make you run. Okay. Clear, everybody? Just give me yes in the chat box. Super clear? Very good. Very good. Okay. Now, then the involvement of employees in the process. Process meaning in the project. Involvement of employees in the project. Just a second. Okay. So involve employees. Now in the project, okay, very important is you involve all the employees. Okay. In which roadblock involvement will be covered? Involvement will be covered in all the roadblocks. Okay, very, very important. Involvement of the employees. Let me give you example of, how many of you know the Colgate story, the Colgate ka sales ka story. How many of you know the Colgate story? I tell this story multiple times. Anybody knows about Colgate story? No? Okay, let me tell you the story about involvement of employee. Okay. At one point in time, Colgate was struggling to keep up with the competition and the sales, etc. Their sales was going down. Whatever investment they have done, it was not basically coming up. Okay. So in one of the meeting, management review meeting, one of the very junior employee, okay, uh, came out with a simple idea that, can we increase the opening of the toothpaste? Can we increase the size, the diameter of the toothpaste? It was small diameter. He just suggested, can we increase the diameter so that with that more paste will come out and it will give us more consumption, and more consumption will lead to more sales. And they tried it for some part, and they found it was working, and they implemented that for all the earlier toothpaste opening was a little lesser, and then increase the diameter of the toothpaste. After that, their sales started going up, and at one point in time they wanted to close certain factories because of lack of sales, and that decision was actually then rejected. Okay, this is the power of involving the employee. See, everybody has a brain. Everybody has got brilliant ideas. Only management responsibility is to basically create a culture, create an environment. Okay, involve them in the discussion, brainstorming. Okay, as a leader also, you have to involve those people. Let's say, for example, if you have a problem in that particular area, involve all the people who are working there. Okay, or some of them who can contribute, who can discuss, who can think, who have some experience, who have some knowledge. Okay, but involvement of the people is very, very important. Involve them, engage them. Okay, now provide training and support. Very, very important. Lack of training, as we have seen, is one of the roadblock. So do not start any project or any Lean Six Sigma project without providing the training. You should provide the training. You should give them the clarity that what we are doing, what is expected outcome, what is their responsibility, what is their role. Okay, that is something which you can give, and give them the support. See, only providing training will not help. That is the reason we come live in every week to provide the support, because you guys have a lot of questions while implementing the project, while understanding certain topics, etc. So that support is also required. Hand-holding is also required. Okay, so training provision and support followed by that is very, very important. Then improve data quality and availability. Now, in a lot of time, we see that data is available. If you ask, is the data available? Yes. Can I see the data? So they bring the data with the very old fashioned register and handwritten data. And who then if you ask him who fills the data, there is a doorkeeper who fills it. What is the qualification? Is 10th pass. Okay, so that kind of data management is there. So that is called a poor quality data. Data availability is also not sufficient. It has to be a good quality data, good authentic data. Okay, so invest some time in this data collection, data management, how it is, how it is stored, what is the accuracy, what is the completeness, what is the accessibility, is it through any software, is it through manual? Okay, it can be some manual data entry errors. Okay, so all these things are very, very important. So make sure you, while beginning, in the measure phase, when we talk about data, you touch upon all these topics. Okay, in the measure phase also we cover this, how to basically improve the quality of the data as well. Okay, not only availability, but the quality of the data is also very, very important. All right, now then address the concerns and the objection. Very, very important. Let me tell you a story about Toyota. Okay, a lot of people are not aware when Toyota started implementing lean. Okay, the first implementation was when the Toyota management went to US, and while coming back after they saw the Ford factory and other factories, etc. because see, US at that point in time, of course, it's a resource rich country. Okay, a lot of resources, lot of money, lot of people, lot of space, etc. Japan, on the other side, was just coming out of the Second World War, completely collapsed. It's a small country, resources also were not there. So it's a resource crunch and lack of the resource rich. So it was a conflict between resources basically. So Japanese could not implement exactly what the American did. So Japanese people made certain changes. That's where the supermarket concept. They like the supermarket concept of US. Okay, so they implemented supermarket concept and then followed by some other lean tools. What happens after that is, after that lean, the Toyota management realized that after the lean implementation, we don't need certain people. So they laid off, they removed certain people from their factory, the first factory, okay, Toyota factory. What happened after that was a big strike. So Toyota factory was down for the strike, okay. And after that, after that deadlock, then management and the union of the worker came together with an agreement that whatever happens, whatever improvement you are doing in the company, it should not result into anybody's loss of the job. So management signed that agreement and they're still following the still agreement. Okay. So see, what I mean to say is there could be some concerns and objections which are really true. People would have some real concerns. In one of the project we were doing in Indonesia, okay, there was a factory where we put some sensors to the machines just to check some data, collect some data. In the night shift, those workmen over there used to cut the cord of the sensors. Why? Because they had the fear that because of these kinds of activities or automation, etc., we might lose our job. Okay, so we need to address those concerns. We need to speak with those people. We need to listen to them, and we should not be judging them. Okay, so their concerns and objection can be real. Okay, so make sure you address them, you listen to them. If possible, make sure that you escalate to the management to resolve them. Okay. Now, then what happens is to reduce resistance from the workmen. Okay, if you have, it's a labor heavy company. There are a lot of companies who are having very strong labor unions, okay, or workmen union. How many of you have seen such kinds of unionized workforce? Nowadays, it has become a little lesser, but earlier it was very, very high. Okay, I've experienced it quite a lot. How many of you have experienced these kinds of union kind of company? Anybody is working in such kind of environment where there is a labor union or there's a workmen union, and if any change you have to do, then there will be a huge resistance from them. Yes, yeah, a lot of people have this. Exactly. So in such kind of thing, of course, you need to speak with their leaders. Okay, there are certain influential supporters among themselves. So identify them. You explain them the concept. All right. You explain them what is this, what will be the advantage. Nobody will lose the job. Okay. Your burden will reduce. So explain them and they will explain to other people internally. Okay. This is very, very important strategy, guys. So seek out for the influential supporters. Identify those, because in the employees also there are some informal leaders. Are you understanding? Informal. They're not formally leader. Their designation is same. But within the group, there is one person, who becomes informal leader. And those people are called influencers. So if you identify those influencers and explain them so that they can convince the other people and it becomes easier. Okay. Yes. It is called seeking the support from the influential people in the employees. Then offer incentives, rewards, recognition. In the airports also, you will see those security personnel, no? So there is a high performance security person. There is the person's photograph is there, name is there. Okay. So the people who are passing by can see the photograph. That is a proud moment for them. Correct? So reward and recognition, the bonuses, etc., incentives. It can be monetary. It can be non-monetary as well. It can be just a photograph, just a simple token of appreciation certificate, or maybe a very small cash amount, very small. That also can be very, very important, because see, people require recognition. People require that respect. Okay. And they find that pride. A lot of people, the certificate, just a small certificate given. I have seen this, by the way. A green belt certificate handed over by the managing director of the company. Those employees will, take the photograph, frame the photograph, and keep it at their residence. Okay. That kind of proud feeling they have with those kinds of incentives. Okay. So offer these kinds of incentives to the people. That will also give lot of boost to the confidence and the motivation. Okay. Communicate effectively. Not you have to communicate everything effectively, clearly. Direct communication during the meetings, while implementation. Explain them the basics of it. Okay. So that it should be understood properly. Okay. The context should be understood properly. Then only people will basically what can I say, help us or support us. And celebrate success. If you find any success, keep celebrating. Okay. So celebration success, recognizing contribution of the employees, the stakeholders, which build the support on ongoing process improvement. So give the number one, number two, number three ranking to the projects. Okay. And throw them some party, etc. after you have a successful implementation of the project. That is absolutely, absolutely important. Okay. Yeah. Apart from that, there is something called traffic light report, which, I will take a special session on this traffic light report. As a consultant also, we share these kinds of traffic light report. What is traffic light report? Is nothing but it is a report which we send after every week or after every fortnight, which is 14 days, to the top management about the progress of the project. Okay. As a team leader, you have to prepare a report for the project, phase wise, which phase we are in. Okay. What we have accomplished, what is pending, what are the roadblocks, where you require support, what are the challenges. You can mention them in the traffic light report and send them. You can present it to management, or you can send it them via email, etc. Whichever mechanism. There are multiple mechanisms. Okay. And this is a standard report which I can share with you as well. Okay. With traffic light report. So that report is a very, very crucial report, which also, if any roadblock is there in the project, that can be highlighted in the timely manner with the help of traffic light report. That is the main objective of traffic light report. Okay. So I thought of adding this point also in this, remedies of removing the traffic roadblocks for the project. Okay. Yes. Are you clear? Just give me a yes in the chat box. I hope you got some idea about what are the major roadblocks in the Lean Six Sigma projects and how do you overcome them? What are the strategies of overcoming them? Super clear, everybody. Just give me yes, 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 yes. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Now, what I'll do is I'll just open up any question you have related to this, okay? Or anything apart from this, anything about your, about your login, about your project, or anything. If you want, just raise your hand and we'll go one by one. We will ask the question one by one. After this question answer is over, then I will take you to a lot of queries I have received, our team has received related to the master black belt upgrade offer, which is going to end within next 3 hours. Okay. So that is something which I will speak about, and the business launch program I will speak about. Okay. Any question, by the way, just raise your hand quickly. I will first address your question, and then I have a small presentation which will clarify all the points. No question. So no question meaning there are two reasons: that you have understood everything. That's point number one. And then you have understood nothing. Okay. I hope that is point number one, right? You have understood everything. Just give me yes in the chat box. Okay. Just give me yes. Ha, Mohanji, you can unmute yourself and ask the question, please. Just unmute yourself.
Yeah, my point was, is there any logical set of trainings or activities or tasks that we need to complete before we take the certification for green belt and beyond?
Fantastic. Fantastic. That's a fantastic question. And this question is valid for all the new members as well. Okay. Let me just, provided, I hope everybody has got login ID password. Okay. Now, see, we have signed up. Most of us have signed up for green belt and black belt, right? That's a combo, correct? So green belt is a separate certification. It's the first certification. Black belt is the advanced certification, the next certification. Okay. Some of you have gotten yourself into, now the offer is going on for the master black belt. That's the third one. So the course number one. Okay. Once you log into LMS system, what is LMS system? www.sparrangevin.in. This is our website. Simple, www.sparrangevin.in. You go to the website, go to a sign up. In the sign up, you put your login ID, password, and you come to the first course, which is course number one, called Lean Six Sigma Green Belt Certification. Now, in this entire course is just arranged in this DMAC framework. For example, the first one is the welcome. Okay, the welcome section. Then the introduction to Lean Six Sigma, and these are all. If you see the duration, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute, etc. Very small video lectures are there. Okay, so go through these video lectures. If you see here, then this is the DMAC overview is there. And then we start from the define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. You can see here, define phase. And then there is a section of Minitab where you can, just get introduced to Minitab, because from then onwards, we start accessing Minitab. Okay. Then comes the measure phase. They are small, the video lectures are there. Just go through them. Okay. Then the analyze phase, improve and control phase. So what is expected here is, just go through this sequence, which will take, if you spend almost, let's say, on an average, 30 minutes a day, on an average, if you can, or during the weekend, 2 hours, during the weekend, 2 to 3 hours, let's say, then you can complete this entire curriculum within maximum 3 weeks. You can easily complete this entire curriculum. Okay. So this is the sequence everybody should follow. Clear, Mohanji? Are you clear with this? And with Mohanji, everybody is clear with this. Just give me yes in the chat box.
Yes, yes.
Clear? Just follow this. Attend the live sessions. In the live sessions, we cover green belt topics. We cover black belt topics as well. Okay. By the way, one more announcement I want to make before I just touch upon the offer. So tomorrow, day after, and after that, which is 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, we have the black belt hackathon. Okay. What is black belt hackathon? In that, we will cover the black belt course content. Okay. Where it will be, for the new members, it will be kind of a little advanced, but does not matter. I will highly recommend you guys to attend this. It will be experience. It will be a 3-hour session every day from 7 p.m. to almost 9:45 to 10 p.m. Okay. So 7 to 10, 7 to 10, 7 to 10, you can consider 3 hours, 3 days, 9 hours. Okay. So 9 hours complete. We will revise all the main contents of the black belt. And there are a lot of students who have been through the green belt course, who have been through the black belt course, but they have not been through the examination. For them, this has been designed. Okay. Because of this strategy, our completion rate has improved to 75% massive. Okay. That means 75% people can complete their certification courses on time. Okay. That's the objective of this. So tomorrow you will receive, in the morning, you will receive all the details about the black belt hackathon. That's a small announcement from my side. Okay. Meanwhile, apart from that, as I mentioned to you, this number you need to save 248. Okay. Yes. Everybody, please save this number as SNG Mentor WhatsApp. This is the WhatsApp number. Whenever you get stuck, whichever topic, whichever, Minitab exercises, project, or any topic you're not understanding, or you're not able to connect that topic with your own industry, anywhere you get stuck, please send a message on that number and our mentors will be there to help you, support you, guide you. Okay. And of course, admin@sparrangevin.com is our email ID. Okay. Where you can send an email as well wherever you get stuck. But WhatsApp communication is a faster communication. Okay. Because this is a common number for all the mentors. Okay. It is not for calling, by the way, only for the WhatsApp communication. Clear, everybody? Just give me yes in the chat box. Everybody can attend this. Black Belt Hackathon is also everybody. This is for everybody. It is open for everybody. All the members can attend this. See, even though you have not been through, but that will be a great experience for you. Okay, where we will do a lot of Minitab exercises, etc. Okay, थोड़ा सा advance होगा. It will be kind of uncomfortable initially for some of you. Okay, but I want you guys to take that experience, because anyways you have to go after green belt. आपको black belt में जाना ही है. Correct? So I would highly recommend, don't miss this opportunity, okay, to go through this complete hackathon. Clear everybody with this point? Are you clear? Just give me yes in the chat box. Is this once again after green belt? So it will keep on again, happening again and again. And the recording also you will get. So even if you not attend this live, you will get the recording as well. And by the way, recording of the hackathon is also given in the course content as well. But live देखने का मजा कुछ और है. Recording का मजा कुछ और है, but live का मजा कुछ और है, right? So I would highly recommend to attend this live. That will give you a lot of great insights. And a lot of questions are asked, and during the question and answer, you get a lot of insights as well, a lot of bulb on moments. Okay. So it's a very enriching experience. So I don't want you guys to miss that experience. Okay. Now coming back to, I have got a couple of, because today we have a very special announcement that before end of the midnight today. Okay. It's a year end sale, which is kind of happening, and we have done a crazy deal. Let me just give you that quick update about it. The first about the master black belt. Okay. I have a small presentation about it. Let me just quickly run through that presentation so that all of us will be clear about what is that offer. Okay. A lot of people were asking me, a lot of queries we have received. Now, most of you guys have signed up for green belt and black belt certification. Okay. Now, during the so do we need to submit the notes? Notes submission is very, very important to for us as a mentors, just to check whether you have been through this entire curriculum or not. Okay. See, it is not mandatory, but it is recommended. Okay. If you want to submit, fantastic. We will check. We can guide you. We can, give you some inputs about it. All right. Because see, it's an open book test. First of all, it's an open book test. So notes will be very handy during the examination as well. So it will give us the confidence that you have been through the entire course content and you are clear about the concepts. That will be advantage of the notes. Okay. Suraj is asking, it would be better to provide roadblocks versus solution to overcome them. So that's what not the, so in the presentation, the first part was the roadblock and the second part was the solution. For example, putting that in the KRA, that was the solution. Second was, the top management training, top management involvement. That was the solution, correct? So the first part of the presentation was the roadblocks. So there were almost 10 roadblocks and followed by the 10 remedies. Okay. So that's what I will share the presentation so that you will come to know that. Okay. The green belt examination, see, there are two ways. One is the examination happens after the hackathon. Okay. Second is examination can happen individually as well. Okay. And I would highly recommend you can decide your pace, your time, your date, and we are completely flexible. You can give examination on Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, weekends, weekdays, mornings, nights, whenever possible. We are flexible. Are you clear? So examination has to be basically taken by you. You decide your time and we are flexible about it. Certificate verification. So what happens is, even though we are internationally accredited by CSSC, okay, we have requested CSSC to give the slot in their server so that we can dump our certificate, so that certificate can be verified, which CSSC has denied, because I'll tell you the reason behind it. CSSC has got, there are number of institutes and universities are increasing, as accreditation bodies of CSSC. So what has happened is CSSC server is not able to handle that much of certification load, right? The data capacity. So they have given this responsibility to individual universities, individual, institutes, okay, to what you can say, store the certificates and verify the certificates. So we have tied up with a third party, a company which is, what is that? ODVCO, which is Online Document Verification Corporation. Okay. That corporation, if you see, your certificate would have come from info@ODVCO. That ODVCO is nothing but a third party document verification company. Okay. So our certificates go there, sit with their server, and we have a verification link given, okay, where we can verify this. Okay. See, and let me tell you this, even though whichever verification links or whichever verification you have, all the employers particularly call our office, send an email regarding the verification of the certificate individually as well. No matter how many links you give, no matter how many websites you give, individual verification happened over the call and over the emails, and we verify our students. Okay, we verify them. We provide a very good feedback about your candidature as well. So don't worry, we take care of it. Okay. Yeah, after examination, how much time required to get the results? It is generally 7 days, 7 working days. Okay, it's a standard time, but we try to give it a little earlier. Maybe during 4 to 5 days, you get the examination results. Okay. We already have the set of questions already available inbuilt in your course curriculum. Okay, so you can do a lot of practice and then give the examination. Okay, don't worry. Good. Lot of questions are there. Huh? Very nice. Clear, everybody? Any other question which is there? And these live sessions are meant to answer these questions. Okay, that is the reason you need to come to the live sessions. You get some in-depth analysis, in-depth knowledge about it, and Q&A will clarify your doubts. Okay, coming back to the today's offer, which is going to be over in few hours. Okay, so this is about the master black belt. You must be aware of during the yellow belt session, I discuss about the master black belt, the salary packages. Okay, so in India, on an average, master black belt get 45 lakhs per annum. Okay, if you go abroad, it is around 1.5 to 2.5 CR, which is in rupees. Okay, you can compare apple to apple. And if you want to start your own training and consulting, okay, master black belt is a certificate which is highly recommended and highly regarded. Okay, let's say if you have, it's like this: if you have a doctor who is just a graduate doctor, MBBS, or a general practitioner, BMS, and you have a doctor who is MD or MS, obviously you will choose the MD or MS doctor because he is more qualified, more senior, whatever it is, right? So similarly, master black belt is certificate who is, if you want to go for the top management cadre, and if you want to go for the consulting and training business launch, then master black belt is a must certificate for you. Okay, on this. So if you see the Glassdoor screenshot, if you remember, I spoke about it. The base salary is 39 lakhs per annum, plus you get some additional cash component of 4.5 lakhs. Okay, now, so Amazon gives 40 lakhs rupees for the master black belt. Genpact gives 23 to 38 lakhs on an average. WNS gives 40 to 44 lakh. This is the average salary for the master black belt in India. Okay, now there are huge job opportunities as well. You can see Lean Six Sigma master black belt job. You can Google it out. You will see a lot of jobs available as well. Now, so the people generally, the market price of master black belt is around 75,000 plus GST on an average, if you see. And in SNG, we have we have our prices set at 29,999 plus GST. There are a lot of people sitting in the room right now. They have registered themselves at this price. But today being the last day of the financial year, we have a crazy deal of, this price at 9,999 plus GST. Okay, the people who are already green belt and the black belt, already taken the admission, for them, this price will be applicable. You can just register for this and get yourself certified. Let me just quickly give you the link, which is already there, available, given in your WhatsApp, as well as on your email. Also, you would have received this. Okay, this is a special offer, by the way. Let me just share that on our link. You can just click on the link and upgrade yourself, which is, so this offer will be valid till 11:59 p.m. today. Okay, so we have got some 2.5-3 hours left. Go ahead and grab this opportunity. Are you clear with this offer? Just give me a in the chat box. Do we have green belt hackathon? No, we don't have green belt hackathon in this week. Pratima ji, this is not there, but you can check the recording available of the green belt hackathon. Okay, yeah. What if you're not able to attempt the first attempt? You can give the second attempt, third attempt. Doesn't matter. Okay, so number of attempts doesn't matter. It will not reflect on your certificate. There is no fees you have to repay, no examination fee, nothing. So don't worry about exam ko bhi tension mat lo. Open book exam mein MCQ hai. Okay, clear hai? So if you want to grab this opportunity with both hands. click on the link, make this payment, let me know that payment is done. Okay. Apart from that, there is a second option available for you guys, which was about the business launch program. Now, a lot of people have the doubt about what is this business launch program. So let me just quickly, take you through that business launch program presentation as well. Let me just share. So it is, see, some of you would like to, jump into the business wagon. You want to become a trainer and a consultant. Okay. For them, this entire program has been designed. Okay. So this consulting business launch program, now understand this. Our consulting industry is not very well known. Lot of people are not aware about the consulting industry, which is 1 trillion industry, guys. Understand this. Management consulting industry is 1 trillion industry globally. Let me show you that. In India, it is 13 billion US dollar industry, according to sourceglobalresearch.com, and which is growing at the pace of 7.1% year on year. Understand this. Okay, when I say consulting, there are various tier consulting, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, etc. We fall in the tier 3 consulting. Let me give you some names. How many of you are aware of McKinsey, Bain, or Boston Consulting? How many of you have heard about them? Just type me in the chat box. Have you heard about them? These are called MBB, which is McKinsey, Bain, and BCG. Have you heard about them before? Yes? These are called the big 3 giant consulting companies. They are the strategy consultants, and they have their small arms who take care of Lean Six Sigma as well. Okay. And there is another big companies which are called big 4 companies, in which you have got KPMG, PwC, EY, and Deloitte. Okay. They are into audits, but all these companies have their Lean Six Sigma arms as well. A lot of consultants get training and get jobs in these big 4 companies. So big 3, big 4 companies are the tier 1 consulting companies. And after these tier 1 consulting companies have the tier 2 consulting companies, including Accenture, LEK, Carney, which is earlier it was AT Carney, now it has become Carney, Oliver Wyman and Roland Berger. So we have got these tier 2 consulting companies which are, globally operating. And after that comes the tier 3 consulting companies, like SNG is a tier 3 consulting companies. Okay. Now, this is very, very important. Very, very important for us to understand. Now, look at this growth, guys. Look at this growth. This growth, if you see last 6 years growth in this industry, you can see a consistent growth rate. Okay. This is taken from Consulting Quest. So why I'm sharing this, because a lot of people are not, aware about this. Okay. This is a very less traveled path, and this is a very great opportunity for all of us to embark on this. Apart from that, India is becoming the 3rd largest economy in the world. And this is SNG's personal vision to create 1,000 consultant in next three years. That is our mission, because we need trainers and consultants who can de-bottleneck, who can improve the productivity, who can improve the profitability of the organization. And on this mission, we want a lot of people. We alone cannot do this. We have our own limitation. There are a lot of projects, there are a lot of programs we have to say no because of the lack of bandwidth. Okay, understand this. Let me share with you. Look at this. The biggest 2-3 industries right now, IT industries, pharma industries, auto industry, they are all using operational excellence. Look at this. Consultancy.in says navigating profit pressure in the pharma sector with operational excellence. This is what is happening in the auto industry as well. How automotive industry became the most advanced industrial market through operational excellence. That is what we are learning here, Lean Six Sigma and other tools. Okay. So let me give you some inside news. Now, this is some of the, the proposals we have said. This is a yellow belt training programs in the corporate. Okay. This was a 2-day training program, which was 2 batch, 1 day and 1 day. There are 2 batches basically, which charge 1,50,000 per GST. That means 70,000 per day, 75,000 per day. Understand this. Okay. Second example, let me give you. This was another training program for 2 days, where they did not want to give any yellow belt or green belt or etc. They wanted productivity enhancement to Lean Six Sigma. So according to the client requirement, we changed the name, and that was closed at 1.2 lakhs plus GST. 2-day training program. So per day training rate, corporate training rate is around 50, 60, 70, sometimes 1 lakh as well. You know what? Once when we started first consulting, launched our first Lean Six Sigma program, in the first week itself, we got a client 1-day training program, and they paid us 95,000 rupees. 95,000 rupees 1-day training program. It was in Delhi. I can give the name of that client as well, but it will not be appropriate because it is going live right now. Okay, understand it. This is the potential, guys. Okay, so this is a consulting, what you can say, a PO. Okay, a PO ka screenshot hai. Sparran gave in consulting. You can see here, amount is 15 lakh rupees. It was in way back in 2019. I'm just showing you. There is some reason behind it. The same, they have the Nasik factory. Okay, they have the factory in Nasik. They have another factory, smaller factory in Thane. And this is a Thane factory at 2021. They gave us a project which was 11 lakh rupees. Look at this. These are some of the, what you can say, examples I'm giving. And this is just a screenshot of, if you work for 114 days, you can easily make 60 lakhs per annum just by B2B clients. If you add the online B2C training, etc., it will go to the next level. Okay. So, if you are interested, I can discuss this at length. Now, if you are looking for a part-time or a full-time operational excellence or a training or consulting option, this, our business launch program, the investment for the outsiders is 3 lakh rupees plus GST. Okay. See, the brand promise is very clear. We will make you a complete consultant which can go in the market and deliver the training programs and consulting program just like us. It's like we'll clone you like a consultant. Okay. And this investment, whatever you have done, that can be recovered within 1 or 2 programs. Your first 1 or 2 programs, you can recover the entire investment back. Okay. So the value is 99,000 plus GST for our internal people. But for today, for the year end, this is only 49,999, including GST. This is including GST. So you don't have to pay GST extra on this. So we have absorbed GST as well. This is the craziest offer, guys. EMI also is available on this amount. EMI is also available. In this, I will give you a complete curriculum. I will teach you how to each and every slide, how to teach. Okay, we have recently started Train the Trainer program as well. Okay. Wow, Simanchal ji, congratulations. And by the way, there are already 10 to 15 people who have registered for the business launch program today itself. And Mr. Simanchal is already there in the room. Congratulations, by the way. This is the smartest move. A lot of people had some question and doubt. See, it's like, see, after your master black belt certification, I would recommend that within 4 to 6 months, you can start launching yourself in the industry. Okay. Easily you can start your first training program, first consulting assignments. And we will be there at the back end to support you. Complete support will be given to you. Unless and until you become a complete confident trainer, independent trainer, consultant, we will be there with you. See, it is like in this 50,000, I am giving my entire 20 years career of Lean Six Sigma's complete summary in this 50,000 rupees. Nobody will give you this. Nobody will give you this. Understand this. It's an insane offer. Go ahead and grab this opportunity. The link is there. Let me just check out. The link is there. I'll give you the link as well. It's already there in your WhatsApp. It's already there on your, and I'm just giving you over here as well. If anybody wants to grab this opportunity, click on the link, make the payment. Let me know your payment is done, and I am going to, welcome you in this, in this fantastic, community of consultants. All right. So this is all about it. I just wanted to convey any question around this. As I mentioned to you, Prashantji, this will be, so see, again, it depends on person to person. If you are a very fast, you're grasping these subjects very fast, you can launch yourself within 4 to 6 months as well. Okay. Some people take a little bit of time. Some people are very busy in some, their duty activity. So a lot of other factors also play. But I think within 6 to 7 months, you should be able to launch yourself with this. Okay. Clear, everybody? Just give me yes in the chat box. Any question about this? Let me know. And I wish all of you to take Master Black Belt as well as this OPEX Consulting Business Launch offer, because this will not come. This offer will not come again. That's my guarantee. Because we are going to revise our prices as well. We have been keeping our prices for a very long time. From next week onward, the prices are also going to be revised. Okay, so make sure that you take this advantage with both hands and progress in your career. That's what I wish. Okay, I hope I have answered all your queries, because during the day, during last couple of days, lot of people are asking the question. So I thought, in my live session itself, I will, clarify all the doubts, so that people will check the recording as well later and clarify their doubts as well. Okay, done. Are you guys clear with this? Just give me yes in the chat box. And that's it from my side. The people who are looking for this, you can send the message, or you can click on the link, make the payment, come on board. Let me know in the chat box. Okay, done. Clear, clear, clear. Just give me yes in the chat box so that I can close this session. Super. Yeah, this will be live till midnight today, midnight. Okay, 31st of March, midnight, because financial year is ending. Okay, super, guys. Thank you very much for joining in today for the live session. The recording will be available as I suggested in the masterclass archive. So till the time, so tomorrow will be live on with Black Belt Hackathon. I wish I would recommend everybody should attend this. Okay, it will be a great experience. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Keep learning, keep growing. This is Dinesh Patil signing off. Bye bye.